right, so here we are in my 3x3 Stacy Infinity tent, and this is the autoflower that I harvested. This is the Pink Rice Auto by Royal Pink Seeds, and it has been growing for 78 days now. And look at that fade. It's the fade for me. It's the fall colors. Let me get you up in there. Look at these pistol hairs. How these pistol hairs still like white in some areas. The fade is giving harvest me. The pistils is giving give me a week. I'm giving, which I'm just gonna harvest you right now because I'm impulsive. All right, and this is another flower that we are going to harvest. This is a clone that I grew. It is Kush, also known as green crack. Yo, like when I tell you she's done, oh, she's done. Now, it wouldn't be me if I ain't show you the good, the bad, and the questionable. This is a Fast Buds mixed pack photoperiod seed from the first generation of their mixed packs when they only had like 5 cultivars. I don't know what the hell this is. I've never seen a weed plant go like, this bitch is purple. One of these things is not like the other. So, you know, and she had a touch of powdery mildew. So at this point, I don't know what's powdery mildew, what's trichomes. We live, we learn, and then we get loves. Like, I mean, but the buds are there though. The buds are there. I like wash it. I'm gonna rinse, see if I can get some of the powdery mildew off, Jorge Cervantes style. It's a damn shame when you can't tell if it's like powdery mildew or trichomes. But I feel like every grower can relate to this. So that I'm dedicated to showing y'all whatever the fuck is going on at whatever stage, because it's all real life over here. And this is another Fast Buds mixed pack from the first generation. She's perfect, honestly, no notes. Smells amazing. I am in my Vivo Sun 2x4 tent, by the way, because I never told y'all what I was working with. I got a Vivo Sun 2x4 tent. I have 2 fans going because I'm in zone 7 and it gets humid over here. 4-inch ventilation. I should have got the 6. So if you're interested in getting a 2x4, make sure you get the 6-inch ventilation. It does make a difference. And I have the Vivo Sun self-watering bases. Now these self-watering bases only work if the roots of your plant goes to the bottom of your fabric pot. While I'm doing this, what I have with me is I have a container for the flour that we're gonna rinse, and I have like kind of like a scrap container for leaves. So what I like to do when I harvest is first and foremost get it out of the net like so, and I take the needle nose pliers and I just get all of, not all, I get as many fan leaves as I can, because what you trim off in the beginning, you won't have to trim off later. And as the buds dry, the fan leaves will kind of dry over the buds. So you won't have to cut it either way. It also helps if you turn the plant over and look at the underside of the plant so that you can see the structure of the leaves, and then you can kind of like see from the back side what you need to cut off, and you'll be able to see exactly what part you need to snip And you can do a lot of things with these cannabis leaves. They have amazing medicinal properties, especially for pain relief. I made a tincture with cannabis leaves and alcohol, and it provided me and my family with a lot of wonderful pain relief. If you listening to my voice and you're like, what, really? I don't know that. Do your research. I advise you to do your research.
All right, one tree down. It's late. I'm about to go to bed. Hey y'all. I am back. It is day 2 of me doing the cut down of 3 plants, cleaning and resetting my tent, and potting up my little seedlings that are ready to be potted up in my AeroGarden. So that's what we on. We have so far harvested 1 tree. So this is what they look like. It's like you can still see the leaves, so I feel like the dip will still be effective. But yeah, this is what we're working with. Ding, ding, ding. Cheat. Look at that. I'm not going to tell you what that look like. All right. So here's the Pink Runts autoflower that has been growing for 79 days now. And I am so pleased at how it turned out. This is my first autoflower, and I'm very pleased. I will say I took a more of a hands-off approach, which I don't particularly care for, it turns out. I'm just trying new stuff. You sweet, sexy thing, you. Oh my goodness. And even look at the inside. The pink runts. Pink was literal for me. Like, look at that pink stalk. We're gonna harvest her like we harvested the other one, and I'll be back. Look at that shit. Fuck. Hell yeah. So now that I'm looking at it, what I think I want to do is I want to maybe chop off this part like right here, so I can fit this one in the 5-gallon bucket, and then trim along these lines. Hell yeah, I'm so pleased. I can't wait to smoke this. I hope it's like the Pink Runts that I thought I had with pre-legalization. We shall see, because a nigga could have just fucking put anything up in that bag. God damn. I could be thinking it was Pink Runts. It could have been Sour Diesel, my nigga. That's just crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Period. And she heavy too. She's a big girl. Period. I be growing weed and shit. This shit is so fun. I don't know. I really feel like the cure is gonna tell all, because when I rub my hands against it, like, my hands smell really good, but this shit really just smell like a tree for real. So shout out to Grove Bags. If you want to sponsor a girl. Look at these pistols. I don't know, because the leaves is giving harvest me now, but the pistols is giving, girl, you could have waited another week. We're gonna see. I'm going to update y'all. But look at that. That's thick. The thick. Hell yeah. Okay. I'll carry on. I just wanted to show y'all this. Alright, so boom. I thought that I would show y'all how I'm doing this. So what I do is I keep like a scrap bucket of leaves underneath me. Step 1, cut the plant. Step 2, you're gonna want to hold it. First off, let me show you what I'm talking about. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to turn your plant over, and you want to assess what actually should be cut. And you want to make movements that are very precise and methodical,
which is why everybody talks about how long it takes. Because to ensure that you don't cut anything that you don't want to cut, like the stuff that you could smoke, you want to have more precision and be more intentional about the trims that you make. So what I like to look for is I like to look for sections that look like this, sections that look like that, sections that look like this. You want to look for sections that look like this because these are the fan leaves, and when you cut these off, you reveal the buds. So yeah, and you're gonna cut some buds and it's gonna be okay. Make sure I do this like in focus. So boom, you cut that. I will cut this. Turn it over. I will cut that. I would cut this. You gotta get up in there, girl. Guy. They, baby. You gotta get up in there. Shout out to my NBs. I love y'all for real, for real. All right. And you can even really, honestly, just do a rough trim. You know, you could do a rough trim. Trust me, last night when it got too late, oh, your girl was rough trimming, okay? Like, and it's okay. You know? Make sure you come back with the broom. Got that one. This one. And then we're gonna get started on this section right here. Like, look at that. Shout out to the pink and the pink runts. Because it's like when I flip it over, it's like I'm seeing pink. Oops, did I get it? But y'all see what I want to get. Boom, I wanted to get that. And yes. So what I would do, and what I'm about to do, after I finish showing y'all, is put on a good show, you know? Be sure to preserve your back and your wrists. You know, do what you gotta do. See, you know, you can boom. There we go, wet trim. There. So this is pretty much how I would like my buds to look pre-bath. So it went from looking like this to this. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll see y'all in a bit. All right, so I am back in the basement, ready to wash these trim buds so that they can be nice and clean and fit for personal use. Period. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna flip this camera around so you can see what I'm working with. All right, so we have some boot clips here, which I love to clip the buds. We have the green crack / Kush right here. We have the Pink Runts Auto right here. Look at that shit. That's crazy. I'm shocked. And right here, this looks like a bunch of lavender. So the buckets, I'm gonna go in order of this one to this one. So this is gonna be our first dip. This has our baking soda in it. This is gonna be our second dip. This has lemon juice and peroxide in it. And this is gonna be our final clean water rinse. Okay. That's what we're trying out now. And I think it's gonna work out good. It worked out really good the last time. Yes. I think it's gonna be very good.
let the dipping commence. Ah, I'm so excited. Let's start with the ones I should have did last night. Gonna submerge your flour. You're gonna swish it around. And you really wanna make sure that it doesn't touch the bottom or the sides. All right, on to the next one. And give it a little agitation. All right, and now we're gonna go with the clean water. I should have put some towels down, but the floor was dry. So I'm gonna hang this. Now we got this one. And I'm just gonna keep on doing them. So what this is doing is it is getting all of the nasty debris off of your buds, like any bugs that may have like stuck to the buds, any dust that may have stuck to the buds, and any impurities. I am going to get we have a big hurricane fan. I'm gonna put on these buds so that they can dry evenly. And these will dry just like your buds would dry otherwise. You just wanna make sure that they have a lot of steady airflow, you know, and you wanna make sure that your humidity is down as well, because you don't want to create an environment where mold can come into play. So I'm almost done with one plant. You see how quickly this goes? Next we have our autoflower. Now with this one, I think we may be able to hang it in a similar fashion. All right. Bud washing improves the flavor of your bud by removing the impurities. It also makes for a cleaner smoke. Shout out to everyone who has given me like encouragement as far as growing and planting is concerned. I've gotten a lot of really positive feedback on here and on Instagram and on Discords, and I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful, and my hopes for this channel is to see more people that look like me grow. Shocker! As far as my business goals are concerned, I have a brand. It's called Cutie Kush with 2 Ks. Yeah, I hope to get into micro-sized growing and plant breeding. I'm really excited. It's funny because I never ever could have imagined that I would love growing weed so much. Like, it's the first thing that I think about, honestly. My Adderall has worn off. I feel like one big intrusive thought. So my plans for these plants are, I'm gonna have them dry until they snap, and then I want to put it in grow bags. I really want to shoot for 3 to 4 weeks of curing. I'm just that person, yo. I just really feel like weed is best after it's cured for like a month. So next we have hey man, this bitch percolating in here. The other ones didn't percolate like this. Oh, Molly, you in danger, girl. I'm gonna show y'all this water when it's done, because this should definitely have powdery mildew or something.
Last one. There you have it. I washed my buds. I hang them to dry, and I'm gonna go get the fan. I'm gonna dispose of this water, but first I'm gonna show you how it looks. Granted, these are black, so you probably aren't gonna see much, but we'll see what the light will be for that.
All right, so here is the water that had the plain baking soda in it. I will say all of the floaties that you see up top is mostly the last plant. Like I said before, I think it has powdery mildew, maybe some other stuff. I don't even know, but that's why it went last. So look at that, ew. This is the water that had the lemon juice and the peroxide in it. And this is the clean water. Hey guys, it's Mel. I just wanted to come back because I realized that I didn't film an outro. So what I want to say about bud washing is that I'm gonna do it for every one of my harvests. It's just not a question to me. I looked on my little trichome magnifying glass and I saw actual dead bugs on my plants. Like, I'm not smoking dead bugs. At the very least, I'm not smoking dead buds. So I will say that bud washing is incredibly important. I noticed that with the weed that you just saw me wash and dry, after curing, it is so good. If y'all want a review, let me know. I could do a review. But yes, bud washing is so important to me. I really love doing it. It's one of my main practices, and I'm gonna implement it with every harvest because throughout the growing process, weed gets so dirty. It gets so dirty off of just being sticky. It's like a sticky trap for stuff. So I personally will be bud washing. I believe that it's fully worth the time and the attention and the effort. And I fully believe that it is worth, the juice is worth the squeeze. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that you are notified every time that I upload. Thank you for giving me 20-something minutes of your energy. Thank you. I hope that this inspires you to grow something